there is a Christian colloquialism that, if it were up to me, I would just do away with. It's familiar, and I'm sure many of you have said it before. It's this one: God does not give us more than we can handle. Now, this is not the place to unpack all of the issues that I have with that phrase, but I'll settle for just two questions. First, who says that all of my suffering and hardship is given to me by God? I know that there are some theological perspectives out there who think that they in fact are, but those are not perspectives that I hold, and they are perspectives I in fact find suspect. But my second question is this: do people who say that phrase actually believe it? My observation over the years is they don't. That folks who say that God does not give me more than I can handle often, in fact, do a pretty poor job of handling their hardships. They're confused and angry and bitter. They have become lethargic and unstable and fatigued. But what if we were not meant to always be able to handle our hardship? What if instead we got honest with God and admitted, I can't handle this and I need help? I think that would leave us poised not only to hear, but to find comfort in one of God's most well-known promises to a people going through intense and prolonged suffering. This is from Isaiah 41. God says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And I'm going to jump down a few verses. "For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not. I am the one who helps you." That's Isaiah 41 verses 10 and 13. Israel could not handle the exile. The book of Lamentations illustrates their complete inability to endure such suffering by their own strength. They could neither defend themselves nor save themselves. They were a crushed and helpless people. But God promises to this crushed and helpless people that He will do what they cannot. There are 7 verbs in these 2 verses in Isaiah, and God is the subject of all 7. The people of Israel, and we, by implication, are the object of all 7. So when we are afraid, God is with us. When we are faint, God strengthens us. When we cannot stand, God upholds us with His right hand. When we are unsettled, God speaks a word of comfort. Time and again, God acts on our behalf, promising to be what we cannot be, to have what we do not have, to endure for us what we cannot endure, all the while holding our hand and taking us along with Him. John N. Oswalt's commentary on this promise is excellent. He writes, quote, "Taken together, these verses present a powerful picture of a parent and a child. In the father's right hand is a mighty weapon to defeat any enemy, but his left hand is holding the child's right hand. He does not merely stand by to defend, but he is also physically with the child. He will not allow the child to be separated from him," end quote. Indeed, as the Apostle Paul writes in Romans chapter 8, nothing will separate us from the love of God. My point is this: there will indeed be circumstances in our lives that we cannot handle. And some of you, I'm sure, have already been through such circumstances. And if you haven't, just wait. They're coming. And when they come, we do not have to pretend, because it's pretend, that this is something that we've got, that we can handle. We do not have to put on a strong face and be dishonest with ourselves and especially with God. Instead, we can find comfort and strength beyond ourselves in promises like this one in the book of Isaiah. We can know and find peace in the fact that life may deal us a hand that we cannot handle, but we will never be given anything that God cannot handle.